Come spend an adventure-filled few days with me in one of my favorite places in the entire world, Mount Hood, Oregon. Since my first day was a driving day, I just did a quick evening hike along the Salmon River Trail next to where I was camping, but the trail is truly magical and a must visit if you're ever in this area. So I'm back in Oregon, and I fear that I've only been here for like half a day, and I already don't want to leave. I did used to live here, so I think maybe like the nostalgia of being back in all these places is something, but I literally don't want to leave. It's the next day, and I wanted to take it easier for one more day since yesterday was a driving day, so I chose a shorter hike I'm super familiar with out here. So it's our first full day being back in Oregon. We're starting with just like a short 4-mile hike at the White River Sno-Park. It's actually an area we used to visit a lot when we lived out here, and it's super beautiful. After the hike, I stopped at one of my favorite little restaurants in the area called Koya Kitchen. Their food and drinks are so good, and they literally have the cutest patio set up. I got the soba noodles and the spam musubi, and they were so good after hiking. So right now we're hiking to Ramona Falls. It's actually a hike I wanted to do for like a super long time, but last time I tried to do it, the water crossing was like really dangerous and just not possible. So today we are hoping for the best. This hike is just 7 miles round trip with just over 1,000 feet of elevation gain. It does have one sometimes sketchy water crossing over a glacial stream with no bridge, so make sure you go into it prepared for that. Alright, so we made it to the water crossing. It's definitely less high of water than last time, but it's still like glacier runoff, so you don't want to fall in, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this river crossing wasn't too bad this time, but I have been here when the water was much higher in the past, which makes it a lot more dangerous. This log I used to cross the river though is decently stable and pretty wide. But since it is on this river, it can get pretty slippery, which is why I didn't trust myself to stand up and walk across it and use this embarrassing little butt scoot method instead. But hey, it worked and I got across it without falling into the stream, and that's honestly all that matters. So we made it across the river crossing. It wasn't as hard as it was the first time I attempted this hike. I would say just like butt scoot across the log and just be really careful and you should be okay. This trail is also pretty gradual for the most part, and it just winds through the woods and over a few little stream crossings, but luckily the rest of them have bridges. We totally lucked out when we got to the falls and had it entirely to ourselves, which made this already magical place even more incredible. So right now I'm hiking to Mirror Lake, which is one of those like classic Oregon lake hikes. It's not busy today though because it's raining and there's definitely not going to be a view of Mount Hood, but it's still a really pretty hike nonetheless. So like I said earlier, we're at the Mirror Lake Trail, but we're actually not just hiking to Mirror Lake. There's a mountain called Tom, Dick, and Harry just above it, so we're gonna hike to that. Instead of being like a 4-mile hike, it's gonna be closer to 8 miles. So I'm super excited. This is definitely the point of the hike where I was thinking to myself, why am I doing this hike during a rainy day? But I was already 4 miles deep, so there wasn't any turning around. I've actually only ever done this hike in the winter before, so this boulder field was covered in snow then, so this was a bit of a surprise. Okay, so we officially made it to the top, and as predicted, you literally can't see anything, but it kind of feels like twilight, so it's super pretty. So I don't know what actually inspired me to do this hike on like the foggiest, rainiest day, because the star of the hike is definitely like the up close view of Mount Hood, which we didn't get at all, but since I've done it before a few times, I was like, why not? But I would say if you're visiting the area and you want to do this hike, I would definitely wait till a clear day so you can actually see the mountain. But it is still really pretty when it's foggy. So there's actually a few ways you can hike this mountain. I decided to make it a loop and go down the way through the ski resort. That makes the trail about 7 miles round trip with about 1,700 feet of elevation gain. So where we're staying right now is actually right next to the Wildwood Recreation Center, and it has like trails that lead to it. So every night we've been taking Dwight on a walk here, and he loves it so much. So it's super warm in Oregon today, even in the mountains. So we're taking it super easy. And the RV park we're staying at has like a path that leads to the river. So pretty much all day you will just catch me swimming in this river and just being the happiest person I've ever been. But like, look at how beautiful this swimming hole is. So right now we're hiking to Tamanawas Falls, which is a waterfall about like a half an hour from the RV park that we're staying at. I've only ever done it in the winter, so I'm super excited to see it in the summer. This one's just a little over 3 miles round trip, and the reward at the end is honestly so nice for this short hike. As always, I'll leave all the AllTrails links to all the hikes I did in this video in the description. If you like this video, I'd love it if you'd give it a like and subscribe to my channel. As a new YouTuber, it truly means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching.